Greetings, Oxbow Creek students and staff. Welcome to a new week, and welcome back to many of our 3rd through 5th graders who are having their first day back in school in quite a while. It's wonderful to have so many of you back here. Special greetings to our distance learning students who are continuing to work hard from home. Keep up the good work.
Oh, hi, Shadow. I'm just sitting here. Yeah, I know I'm a little bummed out because it's almost February, and February is I Love to Read month, and usually the kids are so excited because we get to have a book swap. So I had all my books here. I was thinking I could trade in for the book swap, and we have books and bagels, but with COVID, we can't do that this year, like so many things. So I just feel sad that we don't have a lot to do for, Oh, yes, you, that's right. We could still do Shadow's Challenge. Hey, do you guys remember that? This would be our 3rd annual Shadow's Challenge. That is a great idea. We'll get a note ready for you to take home in your backpack, and if you are already at home, we'll make sure that we can get that information to you as well, and you can put books that you read on those paw prints, and we'll make that chain around our building again. Oh, I love it. So you write your book title or your chapter title on a paw print with your name, and we'll get a chain going around. Thank you for that reminder, Shadow. Now, if you are at home and doing distance learning, we'll make sure that out in front of the building, by the front doors, where you can pick things up and drop things off, we'll make sure that there's a box there where you can pick up paw prints, and then you can turn in paw prints. I love it. Oh. Gosh, I just love reading. Really love a good story. Love hearing a read aloud. You know, and I especially love to hear a read aloud right around bedtime. I love a good bedtime story. Yes, I know. Hey, now that I'm thinking about this, February, I Love to Read. Our kids at Oxbow are actually really good with Google Meets. I wonder if we could have Google Meets in the evenings and kids could join a meet to hear a story read out loud. I like that idea. Yes, friends, watch for this too. We'll have some of our Oxbow staff do read-alouds Monday through Thursdays in February, and we'll have a website so you can visit the website and you can see who's going to read when, and you can just find a link to the Google Meet. Let's see, bedtime. Okay, I'm thinking like 7:45 p.m. to about 8:05-ish. That would be our read aloud time. Yes. All right, so look for that link. We'll send out an email with that link in there so anyone can join that. Yeah, and let's see, what else? Oh, we'll put some other activities on that website too, so you can click around and do some fun things with ebooks or reading activities. I think that this is going to be okay. I'm not feeling so sad anymore. We can still celebrate I Love to Read month. We'll just do it a little bit differently this year. Awesome. Thanks, Shadow. Happy reading, everyone. We know that we give extra attention to our love for reading during February because February is I Love to Read month. February is also Black History Month, so we give extra attention and celebration to Black history. During the month of February, as you read and research, we would love to hear about books and things that you find that honor and celebrate Black history. Your classroom teacher will have a form that you can fill out to let us know, and then Mrs. Munson can feature some of your selections on announcements so that we can all share. Don't worry if you're a distance learning student, we'll have a way for you to share as well.
Good morning, Oxbow Creek students, staff, and families. Throughout the rest of February, I and anyone else who is interested will be sharing about someone we're passionate about in Black history. We'll introduce the person or group, give some background, and then share what they did and why we're passionate about them. This week, we'll talk briefly about someone who made extremely important contributions to 2 things I'm very deeply passionate about: space and computer science. Born September 20th, 1910, Dorothy Vaughan would come to prove herself as a mathematician and human computer during her time with NASA at Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. Here, she worked in West Area Computing, a segregated unit consisting only of African American women mathematicians. The women of this unit spent their time completing complex mathematical calculations by hand. When Dorothy began her work at Langley Research Center, she had thought it would only be a temporary job during the World War II efforts. After the war, however, President Kennedy decided to keep everyone on as our attention flipped from World War II to the space race. In 1949, Vaughn was assigned as acting head of the West Area Computers. Here she makes history not only as the first African American to head a department, but also as one of the first women to do so. After several years in this position, Dorothy began to recognize the rise of machine computers, and she taught herself one of the first largely used programming languages, Fortran. Due to her proficiency in this language, she was able to contribute to the space program through her work on the Scout Launch Vehicle program. These were rockets designed to launch satellites into orbit. The first successful Scout launch was in February of 1961. Dorothy Vaughan would retire from NASA in 1971 after a 28-year career. During this time, she saw machine computers rise to be an integral piece of technology. The National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics became the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in 1958, and with this transition came the end of segregated facilities. After retiring, Vaughn passed away in November of 2008 at the age of 98. Posthumously, she was included in Margot Lee Shetterly's 2016 book Hidden Figures. She was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, and Vaughn's crater was named in her honor during 2019. And on November 6, 2020, a satellite by the name of NewSat, or Dorothy, was successfully launched into space. Dorothy also had 6 children, one of whom would grow up to work for NASA at Langley Research Center. Her achievements stand out to me due to my ever-growing interest in NASA's research and my lifelong passion of computer science. If you are a parent or staff member at Oxbow and you're interested in sharing about someone, send me an email at boston.knightonjohnson@ahschools.us. Thank you so much. I look forward to next week.
That's all I have for this week. Thank you so much. Let's make it a great week.